And hello, you amazing friends. This is your pal Edwards here from Sydney, Australia, with the amazing Ron Klink from New York. How are you today, Ron Klink? What's going on?
Doing great here. Cool here now in Big NYC here. I'm guessing warm down there in Australia by where you are now, my friend.
There we go. I just realized something funny. I just realized how slim you are. I'm like two of you. You're like the ultimate marathon runner, aren't you? There you go.
Yeah, I'm pretty much I keep my physical fitness pretty well good. For me, I've been doing it for a long time.
Oh, I believe you. I'm more of a bash people up sort of guy who can barely run. So there we go. That's me. That's for me. No, it's great to have you with us. And just so you know, friends, if you just come in, please like, share, comment, connect with Ron Klink and I over LinkedIn. Ron Klink's a great friend of ours from New York City, and he is a tech leader, Microsoft partner, knows everything. And last time, we're just going to do a recap of what we spoke about last time.
Mhm.
Last time, Ron, we spoke about things such as Sony getting hacked, the importance of multi-factor authentication.
Right.
I was just going to say, from your memory, can you give us a great recap of some of the highlights we spoke about last time, Ron?
Yeah, sure. No, I'd be happy to. What we spoke about from our last LinkedIn Live session together. Like you just mentioned, Sony was one of the first companies that got hacked many years ago, and this is when things for cyber hacking was just at its peak for it. And then then the snowball effect started happening. Then you had websites like Yahoo. You had many other sites, and also then retail merchants such as Target and similar companies like that had their information hacked. Even when you swipe your debit or credit card through on the cashier, either you put in PIN code or you just press that little green button on that POS system there, and to pay for your items. This is where things got hacked. Is that little magnetic strip on the back of your debit or credit card when you just do a simple swipe, where nowadays, depending on where you live, you have still the magnetic strip, but also you have that little chip there on front of the credit or debit card, where you just insert it into the reader for better security. But not everywhere in the world now does have that. They still use the swipe for the magnetic strip, which again, it's good, but still not 100% secure.
Wow. It's incredible, all the fraud on that we're seeing. And every day it's interesting. I get at least 3 robocalls a day to my phone. You know how you get the robocall?
Yes.
If you do answer, it listens for your voice, then it hangs up. Then when it verifies that you're a human, you then get smashed up by call centers. I was going to ask you, tell us more about this whole robocall thing. I've had a lot of people been asking me about robocalls lately and how that scam works.
Sure, Ed, not a problem. Robocalls, like you just mentioned, probably a lot. You just mentioned you got 2 of them. Some other people in Australia, here in the U.S., we get a lot of them as well, and probably even globally anywhere else. But at least here I can speak for the U.S. and here where I'm here in New York City, which there are a lot of scams going on for the robocalls. Here for healthcare information, for charities. Let's say a tragic happened, like a hurricane that's happened a few months ago down in the southeast part of United States. 2 hurricanes came in within a week and a half of each other, and scammers took advantage of those people to get money from them as well. So, and now I'm pretty sure you pretty know this too, Ed, with AI. The scammers can sound actually like you're a friend, a relative, with similar voices, with same voice that you normally would be speaking to the person that you know. So that's another way scammers are getting to steal money from these people, whether it be elderly or young people. Whatever, it doesn't matter the age. People can just give away that money free, and if you're giving it away and then you get scammed, I think I mentioned this before, Ed.
Yeah.
You can't. If you give it away, you can't get it back. It'll be very hard.
That bit I didn't know. That bit, and as you can tell by my reaction, and just so everyone knows, because I imagine if I don't know, a lot of normies wouldn't know, right? But here's the key thing, right? So we all know that if someone charges something to your credit card that's unauthorized, you can dispute it, and your credit card, your bank will back you, right?
Correct.
That's fine. If someone does an authorized transaction on your card, no problem. It happened to me, like that $600 purchase, I think, that I told you about. It's only about a month or two ago. But if you willingly give it to someone, even if you get scammed, no bank protection. Is that right?
That's correct, Ed. So if you, like you just said, if you willingly give it away, someone said, all right, look, I'm collecting on for this charity. Can you give me, $500 or whatever it may be in currency? You willingly give it away, and you find out either soon after or later on that thing was a scam. Yeah. You won't be able to get it back. You could try, but it's going to be very hard.
Yeah. Oh, it's not going to happen at the end of the day if the banks stand back it. So I think you got to be you got to be so careful these days of all the crazy stuff that's going down. And one thing, I'm going to talk LinkedIn here. I was thinking about this the other day. There's two scams that LinkedIn are both policing. There's two scams. One is the charity scams out of Africa. So what it is that you'll have people jump on LinkedIn, create fake accounts saying I'm from Gambia or wherever, right? I'm from some poor country, or let's say I'm from some poor country in Africa. And here are the orphan kids giving money. I've seen the same scam on Instagram as well. So you'll see it on Instagram, you'll see it on LinkedIn. And what's interesting is they're all fake accounts and they're all scamming money to the same place. Have you seen that scam as well, the starving orphans in Africa scam?
I've seen that too on LinkedIn, Ed, as well as other scams similar to what you just mentioned. Social media is great. It's been a widely used thing now and in the future and going forward, it will be even more. Whether it be LinkedIn, Instagram, or similar social medias, hackers are learning how to scam people out of them. And money or username, passwords, whatever it may be, sensitive information, which some people, again, are willing to give it willingly. I like
the charity. I mean, as in darkly like I like Hillary Clinton, right? So I like the charity scams and that they're really insidious because they make you feel good. Because I've been approached, especially on Instagram as well, I should say. They'll have like the photos of the starving kids. They'll approach you. They'll say, oh my God, your donation's going to save kids. I've had one of them actually say to me, right? This is just on Insta actually, before I blocked it. Your donation will save a child from dying this week, right? So they really know their psychology. Like they're basically saying, by you giving me this money, you have actually saved a child's life. Isn't that such powerful scamming psychology?
That is true, Ed. That is powerful scamming psychology. Now, Ed, it could be from a child, but listen to this. Now they're using pets such as dogs, cats, for scams like that as well, similar to what you just mentioned, to get money from people as well.
Oh, I've seen it. Yes, I've seen that. Actually, you're gonna like. I ended up blocking and reporting this person. I was connected to this face. I was connected to this person on Facebook. Didn't know who they were. You get like a few dormant Facebook connections. And they sent me a message out of the blue asking to borrow $500 because their dog needed an operation. If their dog doesn't get the operation, their dog's going to, go meet doggy Jesus, right? But and obviously, I hate the layers. Facebook's all full of scams. Facebook's the worst for scam. LinkedIn's think about LinkedIn. There are scams on LinkedIn. Microsoft is genuinely trying to stop them. Facebook seems to encourage it. Right? But anyway, but it's funny you say that. You got the whole, hey, if I don't get money from you, my dog's gonna die. So if you don't give me money, you killed my dog. Or hey, here are my orphan children, and if I don't get money for milk, you've just killed them. So they're really upping their psychological rhetoric, aren't they?
They are, Ed. Especially when, let's say, a family member say they got arrested or they were in a car accident, right? They call up the parents, the mother, the father, or the grandparents, whoever it may be, right? And they're doing something in the interim, and they're not seeing, okay, is this a fake call or what? But they could catch them off guard, Ed. And this is where they'll say, "Oh my God, how much you need me to send you?" And you'll say, "All right, here's the lawyer. Give him this amount, and use your credit or debit card. Here's the email that is going to come to you. Click on that link, and please send this amount for me to come out and get out of jail."
Wow, that's just nuts. So I gotta say, like, again, you're the technology guy. I'm not. I love the psychology. I hate to say, in a dark, I like Hillary Clinton sort of manner. I love the psychology of these sort of evil characters. Like, hey, my dog needs an operation. Hey, I've been arrested for DUI. If you don't get me a solicitor, I'm going to be doing time. So it's funny. They've really, I suppose, in a way, they've really worked out how to tap into people's emotions to really get them to go, "Oh my God, I don't want an orphan to die. Oh my God, I don't want your dog to die. Oh my God, I don't want you to be arrested for DUI." So it's funny how it's tragically funny how they get into your heads. I think it's amazing. It's funny. A lot of the scams that you see. Another scam. This is not so much a scam, but it almost is a scam. I've seen this on LinkedIn a lot, and I figured out the scam a few months ago. Whereas you'll have a bunch of fake profiles selling design services. So they'll say, "Hey, I'll design your logo," right?
Right.
You'll have all these separate people saying, "I'll design your logo. I'll design this great rates." Now, whilst it's technically not I suppose they are legit in terms of if you pay the money, you will get the logo and stuff. So that bit's true. But where the scam is that they'll create multiple fake profiles to push the service, but all goes to the same sort of design house.
Exactly. And here's another example, Ed. Now we spoke about the children. We spoke about pets, animals, cats, right? And as far as phone scams. Now, here's something else. Now, when it comes to the job section, right? When people are looking for jobs, right? Okay, certain job sites where you get it through Google or wherever you may get job alerts, notifications from. They try to say, okay, you click on the description, it looks good, you're a good fit for it. Now you go to click to the apply button. Okay, you read through it again. Now you say, to complete this job application, please send us $15, $25. So they're charging you to apply for a job, that's a scam right there. So that's a red flag. Applying for a job doesn't cost anything. When you're posting for a job, companies posting a job, that's a different story.
You're the employer. So you're saying that one of the scams is put out a fake job, ask people to apply, and you put in an application fee.
Correct.
Wow, that is good. That is good. As in, Doug, that's actually really clever. So I reckon a lot of people would do it.
Yeah, definitely. Especially, you could work from home. You'll make this much money per week. Okay, now we just need this much money, this deposit to process your application. It doesn't really processing application is free. There should be no charge for it whatsoever.
Wow. I remember this, and credit to LinkedIn. LinkedIn was actually, you would know this. So is Craigslist still big in America? Do you guys still use Craigslist a lot, or is that die?
Yeah, I haven't been on Craigslist in a long, long time, but it's, from what I've heard, it's still up and running, and people are still selling and buying from there. Whether it be furniture or parts, for like cars or motorcycles, whatever it may be, or anything. It's still up and running from what I've heard, but it's been around a long time.
Yeah, so what I was going, it's in America, of course, you got Craigslist. In
Correct.
Australia, it's quite big in Australia. They have one called Gumtree, which is basically the Australian, it's Craigslist, right? And it's actually, Gumtree is still really big. It's actually growing. It's massive in Australia. Now, besides things like adult services and all that great stuff that you'll see on Gumtree, a lot of legit stuff you'll see there as well. But what's interesting, one of their scams is that you'll have basically direct selling companies say, "We've got a job, but in order to get this job, you got to buy the starter pack from us.
Right.
We're saying, hey, we've got this job. You can earn up to this amount of money, work from home, but you have to buy the starter pack from us, right? So in other words, and I do love network marketing and all, but it's sort of some network marketing companies. I think it's a network marketing companies. There's people within them using some shady tactics, based saying, hey, well, if you sign up in my network marketing company, you get this awesome job. And it was all over Gumtree. And in Australia, it actually got made illegal by the Australian government. And a lot of people tried it on LinkedIn, and LinkedIn squashed it in no time. Have you seen anything like that on Craigslist or on LinkedIn or anything like that?
Well, like I mentioned, Craigslist is known for scams, just like you mentioned, for the Australian version of it as well. There's also, for people looking for jobs that say, all right, if you're an electrician, you're a plumber, okay, I could do it for half the price of a licensed plumber or licensed electrician. Yes, but you're taking, as a consumer, you're taking the risk yourself. Okay, what happens if it's a big job, but something happens in the interim of them doing their work and they fall, or whatever electrical outlet breaks or power outage goes out? They're not insured. They're not bonded here in the U.S., which they need to be, and they need to be licensed. They need to show, okay, I'm bonded. This is my insurance number, etc., etc. That's why it's important to have a licensed plumber, licensed electrician, and certifications for them in that sense.
Yeah, wow. Let's jumping with our fans. And of course, we've got amazing Felisa Moffat with us. Felisa Moffat says, oh my God, hello, Edwards here, Ron Klink. Hello, Felisa. Felisa's a great friend of ours, big property investor from the Gold Coast in Queensland. And I suppose the Gold Coast, for Ron's sake, is basically, I suppose, get Vegas and Miami and just ram them together. Kind of Gold Coast. I don't know if that's a fair comment or not, but I would say Vegas and Miami, ram them together. There you go.
Yeah. And when I was just speaking about between having a licensed plumber and electrician, it's being preparedness. So in business, okay, having business preparedness is key as well. In the technology in these crazy times now, where we've been speaking about IT security, hacking, and everything else, scams. Me and you, for the past few sessions of LinkedIn Live, we've been doing. And on the business side, where hackers are getting through the company's firewalls, through email phishings, and everything else for that. And sometimes companies don't have the right measures in place. They're going to go with minimal security, which means the minimum threshold that they want to do. They don't want to invest in much money. Would be any type of industry, both could be finance, could be in insurance, whatever it may be, because they think they're invulnerable. So they just do the bare minimum in that case.
And just on that as well, and I was reading, and I was thinking about you the other day. I was reading this article how a lot of companies will get hacked, and they'll cover up they've been hacked and suppress it so it doesn't get out. So in other words, you can have a company get hacked, lose all your details, but the company managed to squash it so no one finds out about it. Apparently, that's been, I suppose, a scam that companies are running in relation to being hacked. Have you heard about that one?
Well, similar to, okay, I'll give you a perfect example. Yahoo was hacked, okay, using that as an example, but
Yahoo. I've heard that name for a long. Yahoo. Whatever happened to Yahoo? Huh? Yahoo. Oh God. Does their website even still work?
Yeah, Yahoo's still up there. I'll use a more current one. Target. Okay. So when they got hacked, okay, they didn't let their customers know until months later. Okay, where exactly. Even in the healthcare industry, where
So just jumping in with Target, and just we've got a friend Michael Janamian with us. We love you, Michael. So with Target, did they get hacked, not tell anyone? Did they only tell when they were forced to? Was it like that sort of thing?
Yeah. So if say, because let's say they got hacked in April, we wouldn't have found out until, let's say, July in that. So that's a long time in between. If information got hacked, my where I live, my phone number, so security number here in the U.S., all that, it's okay. yeah, I may have a little bit of protection depending on what I use to purchase the items with. But still, we should have been told, okay, all right, look, this is hacked at this time, this date, at least a few weeks out, if not less than, let's say, 6 months later.
Wow, that's nuts, Ron. That is absolutely insane.
It is, and when companies such as large companies like Target, and they have the money and the capacity to do these types of preventive maintenance on it. I always like to say preventive maintenance, Ed, and I take that from an automobile. So if you do preventive maintenance on an automobile, let's say you rotate the tires, okay, you may need keep that battery charged, unless you have a hybrid, have the battery charged and you have gas in the tank as well. So in case of a backup, so if one fails, you have a backup going in as well. So it's the same thing. You do these proper preventive maintenances on a routine basis. Okay, in business, you're doing tabletop exercises, drills. You're practicing for when an attack actually happens. Okay, you know who to speak internally. You know who to call out to your external resources when you need to. Okay, for incident responses, because this could have a big impact on a company's profit and their credibility.
Yeah. Wow. It's crazy. I think we live in a crazy world, Ron. And I think next time, our next live stream, we need to do a scam special. We need to talk through legendary scams. I don't know what it is. Just we're seeing scam after scam. So I gotta say, I love where you're going. You got to be so aware. And it's funny how companies do it. It makes sense, right? If a company gets hacked, if they can cover it up, of course they're going to cover it up. Why wouldn't they?
Right. Well, especially large companies, they have the money and they have the legal end for them to do it. But it's better to be transparent with your clients and public than having it come up into the rear and bite you in the butt later on.
Yeah. And a great friend, my old friend Michael Janamian is with us, an old friend of mine from back in the day. And I'm just paraphrasing here. Australia's under cyber attack, especially for businesses in websites. And yeah, we lose, a few. There's always a few in Australia. There's always a few big scandals everywhere. It's always some big company or government institution gets hacked, and two things happen. They usually don't tell. So there's a big trend in Australia. When a company gets hacked, they do what they can to bury it, and they only, like a politician. A politician only tells the truth when they have to tell the truth. Otherwise, they'll just consistently lie, right? I feel like that, right? But there you go. This is nuts. Ron, I'm going to say it's so good having you with us. We have had a legendary live stream. If you're all here, like, share, comment. Ron, before we finish up, please give us a closing monologue with your thoughts on security, hacking, scamming, whatever comes to your mind, my New Yorker friend.
Great. Thank you very much, my Australian counterpart there down there.
Yeah, I'm from Australia.
Yes. Yeah. So, in closing, Ed, easiest things I could say, use your common sense. When you're not thinking, if you're doing something and a phone call comes in, an email, take a moment, stop from what you're doing. Make sure that email is valid. Okay. Make sure that phone call is legit. Okay. If you don't recognize the number, let it go to your virtual assistant, which is the voicemail on your phone. And for people who still have landlines, such as myself, as a backup, let it go to the answer machine. Unless you if you don't recognize the number, let it go that way. Now, those are for the consumer. For the business end, okay. Make sure your companies are secure, meaning your IT network security infrastructure is secure. You have your servers in the data centers, okay? Make sure your company firewall ports are blocked so for people that can't use it for social media unless it's job related, okay? Make sure you have your internal networks, computer networks are locked down so people cannot get in externally or they cannot bring in any type of physical peripherals like a flash drive or external hard drive unless they go through prerequisites for that. And make sure your IT security measures, whether you're using Microsoft, you're using Amazon or Google, whatever you like using in technology, make sure the security is impenetrable as possible. Can't say for 100% because It's not, because every new day, a new hack, a new virus, a new malware will come out and and be able to penetrate through something. We just have to be fortifying it as much as possible. And again, just like I said, Ed, preventive maintenance. You do it on a routine basis, minimizes business impact. It builds business resiliency and sustainability, Ed.
Yeah. And while you're talking, I got a spam call right there that Google blocked. So literally, right while we're live streaming, someone is trying to scam me right now. Isn't it crazy?
It is, Ed. And at least here in the US, yeah, exactly.
But Google blocked them. Google automatically blocked them for me. What's that?
Excellent. Yeah.
Go. See, they try to scam me. Well, I'm doing a live stream on scams. Those scammy scoundrels, Ron Klink, aren't they?
Perfect example, Ed, especially on live stream. And if we already recorded this before, maybe people would have believed it, maybe they won't. But we're live right now.
Yeah, there you go. And it looks like we're in the same room. It doesn't look like we're in the same room. It's like we're both sitting in the corner, and the paint color's identical.
Exactly. Hey, look, I know you're my next door to the office there right?
There we go. Yeah. You hear me playing Donald Trump videos late at night. It's really good. Yeah. It's going to be great. We love Ron Klink. Ron Klink's great. Now, seriously, friends, Ron Klink's a great guy, one of our great friends. Now, Ron, everyone can connect with you on LinkedIn and reach out to you that way. Is the best way to hit you, Ron Klink?
They can reach out to me on LinkedIn. Okay. They could go to my website, ronklink.co. Okay. They can reach me via email, rklink@ronklink.com. ronklink.com, my mistake, sorry. So, or best way, LinkedIn, powered by Microsoft.
LinkedIn, powered by Microsoft. And there you go. I'm doing a live stream on scams, and someone's trying to scam me. It means we're not straw manning. We're not being hyperbolic. We're talking reality, aren't we?
Definitely.
There we go.
Yeah.
Well, friends, big thank you. Like, share, comment, connect with Ron and I. Friends, stay awesome and talk to you later. Till next time. Love your work, everyone.